Guys, if you are not watching
Let's
WandaVision, get on board.
Hold on. Episode 6. Somebody give us a recap if you watched it.
I haven't watched
Let's go, Quasi. I'll piggyback off.
Okay, episode 6 basically picks right up where episode 5 left off.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers straight up. Wanda's brother comes back, but it is the Quicksilver from the X-Men franchise, not the Quicksilver from the MCU. So that was the big flip at the end of episode 5. So you're basically continuing where you left off. This one, though, I'll tell people right away, the action pace gets slowed down a little bit. So you've got Vision really trying to understand what's going on, and he knows something's not right. He tries to get out of Wanda's whole bubble, her whole reality thing. And while he's doing that, he gets alerted by, or I should say, Wanda gets alerted by the kids that, hey, something's up with Dad, because as he's trying to go through the universe, he's getting all jacked up and torn up. So Wanda goes ahead and expands her world and pushes out more, and you see that basically everything that's in this like alternate reality that she's created, they automatically become like her puppets, like their cartoon characters are in her world. So as the world expands out there, the part of the military or SWORD is the organization that's out there trying to get to Wanda. The bubble or the field gets pushed forward, and some of the people get trapped into the bubble at the same time. So basically, that's the quick ass recap. Some other little things happen, but that's the majority of what happens.
Oh, do they?
So, yeah.
Do you have a theory of why that is the Quicksilver?
Why well, no, we talked about this last episode. Basically, the whole idea was because it's taken from the House of M, and the MCU is doing their version of that. And this was the whole idea. The big idea is to introduce mutants into the MCU, which they just did in episode 5 by bringing in Quicksilver.
I'm laughing.
No, but why did it show up that version?
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because every time you guys start talking about WandaVision, me and Lou are just Zoom looking at each other like.
You guys, you're thinking it's trash because you've only seen one episode and you're like, I don't get the sitcom. I get that part. Like I told you guys before, those first 3 episodes a little slow burn because you got to get into her world. This is her reality, how she deals with Vision after Vision died in Endgame. Yeah. So she constructs this world, but the reality. And to go back to your question, I think they introduced the Quicksilver from the X-Men, from Bryan Singer's original X-Men, because that's how they're tapping into that whole idea.
You think it's that simple?
Have existed.
Just that simple? Do you think it's that black and white?
I mean, I don't think it's like a super simple. There's going to be a twist to that too, but this is part of it. They're definitely.
Well, I didn't hear anybody talk about it. So that's why I want to say it since you brought up.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Remember, each episode was a different sitcom.
Yep.
Right. Yep. So that one, when he first showed up, was what? That wasn't Malcolm in the Middle list. That was
they did the Brady Bunch, and then they did the 80s, right? The 80s when he showed up.
So that Quicksilver was from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he shows up in that form, because that's the Quicksilver from the 80s. The MCU Quicksilver doesn't exist yet. He dies in the 2000s.
Right.
So anything that shows up in her realm, in her hex, shows up in that era. That's why they were able to send in a Tony Stark's 80s drone. I'm not Tony Stark, but a Stark Company 80s drone. It was untouched because it matched the times. So
even though girl was like, what, they recast Quicksilver, so it's kind of like it's I think it's an homage to both. Like they're gonna touch on both.
Quicksilver might be Mephisto.
You think they're gonna go? They could go that deep.
I think we're just going a little too far right now.
No. There's
all the
that
signs
also,
are there.
And I know that people have talked about that as well. But I honestly, the big theme of this, the big payoff is going to be the introduction of mutants into the MCU.
Yeah, but Mephisto is using her sons to be able to gain his power to come. Look what does Quicksilver say? Quicksilver says, I'm here to disturb this and disturb that. He was egging Wanda on in the 6th episode to keep her reality going. This is better. Everybody has better haircuts. Everybody's happy. Everybody has jobs. Yep. This Quicksilver wants her to keep this realm going. So it's not just a Quicksilver.
Hey, I'm with you that there's obviously going to be twists, and they've already said that, and there's some spoilers out there too for like the possible twists.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is like every week I'm trying to convince these guys they need to get on board because they keep thinking it's just a trash show and it's not.
The first 3 episodes I was like, what the hell am I watching?
I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Lou,
Well, not tonight. Well, not tonight. Not tonight. But I'll watch it.
Lou,
You
yo,
said
Lou,
that last week,
we
Lou.
said this last week. Me and
I
Lou
don't
said this
believe you,
last week.
Lou.
We got to binge watch it.